Hello students, welcome back. Nice to see you. So students, let us start with the next entrance module of the chapter rotational motion. In this module, we are going to discuss multiple choice questions based on, yes, a concept of torque acting on a rotating body and rotational kinematics. So students, have you revised the concept of torque acting on a rotating body? Board's module? Yes? Okay. So, can I start off with the module? Alright. First, let us take a look at the question. Okay. A constant torque of 500 Newton meter turns a wheel of moment of inertia 100 kilogram meter square about an axis passing through center. The gain in angular velocity in 2 seconds is, alright, what are the options? Option A 5 radian per second, option B 10 radian per second, option C 20 radian per second, and option D 2.5 radian per second. Okay students, so what is the procedure? Yes, identify, set up, execute and evaluate. So let us move on to the solution. First step is, yes, to identify the problem. What is given students? What are the quantities that are given to us? Yes, very good. A constant torque of 500 Newton meter is acting, so I can write torque is 500 Newton meter. Alright. Anything else? Yes? What are you saying? Bit louder please. Very good. It turns a wheel of moment of inertia 100 kilogram meter square. So I can write moment of inertia is 100 kilogram meter square. Alright. Anything else? Yes, wonderful. Time is given as 2 seconds. So T is equal to 2 seconds. Anything else students? No. What is asked? Yes. They are asking you to find out what is the gain in angular velocity. Gain in angular velocity. That means they're asking you to find out what is omega 2. What's this? Omega 2 they are asking. Then what about omega 1? Yes students, omega 1 is 0. Why? Because the wheel is starting from rest. The torque is acting on the wheel, it turns the wheel, and they're asking you to find out what is the gain in angular velocity in 2 seconds. So omega 1 is 0. Okay, now, how to find out omega 2? Which formula? No. Don't give wrong answers. Yes. Yeah. Very good. Rotational kinematics. Omega 2 is omega 1 plus alpha t. I can use this. Now hold on. Alpha. Alpha is not there. So how to find out alpha? What? Torque. Very good student. We know the formula for torque. Torque is I alpha. From this I can find out alpha. If I find out alpha, then I can find out omega 2. Yes or no? Fine. So now let us move on to the calculation part. First you see there students. Torque is I alpha. Now we know what is torque. Torque is 500 and what is I? I is 100. So we can write 500 is equal to 100 into alpha. Then what is alpha? Alpha is nothing but 5 radian per second square. Now we have alpha. Can we find out omega 2? Oh yes. We know omega 2 is omega 1 plus alpha t. We know t is 2 and omega 1 is 0. Alpha is 5. Substitute it. What you will get? You will get omega 2 is 0 plus 5 into 2, which is nothing but exactly 10 radian per second. So omega 2 is 10 radian per second. Is that clear? Now, let me bring the question and check which is the correct option. Yes, you see over there, option B is the correct one. Is that clear students? See, what we have done here is we have bought rotational kinematics and then we have mixed it up with torque. Alright, did you understand this? Okay. Now let me move on to the next question. Alright. A motor running at a rate of 1200 RPM can supply torque of 80 Newton meter. What power does it develop? Alright, what are the options? Option A 1.6 pi kilowatt, option B 3.2 pi kilowatt, option C 0.8 pi kilowatt, and option D is 4.8 pi kilowatt. Alright students, now what is the procedure? Yes, identify, set up, execute and evaluate. Let us move on to the solution. First, what do you have to do? Yes, we need to identify the quantities. See there, a motor running at a rate of 1200 RPM. So I can write N is 1200 RPM, frequency of rotation. 1200 RPM is 20 RPS. Alright. Anything else? Torque of 80 Newton meter. Can supply a torque of 80 Newton meter. So torque is given as 80 Newton meter. Anything else students? No. What is asked? Yes. They are asking you to find out the power. So power is asked, P is asked. So how will you find out power? Any formula? Yes students, there is a formula. The power is given as torque into omega. Is that clear? Now, how did we get this? We know power is work done upon time. So if you work done is change in kinetic energy. So if you differentiate it, you will get power is torque into angular velocity, omega. Is that clear? So using this formula, we can find out what is power. Now, can we solve it? Yes students. Omega is 2 pi n. So then power will become torque into 2 pi n. Now students, see there. You have n is 20 RPS. You have torque is 80 Newton meter. Can you substitute it? Yes. If you substitute, what you will get? Power is 80 into 2 pi into 20. What is 80 into 2 pi into 20? Yes, it is 3200 pi watt. Now 3200 pi watt can be written as 3.2 pi kilowatt. So, which is the correct option? Option B is the right one. Is that clear students? So students, this formula is something new that you're learning. Power is torque into angular velocity. Okay? So it's time for me to leave. Keep working. I'll catch you up in the next module. You can do it. Rise and shine.